For 6 straight months, Jason disappeared from the world. No parties, no friends, no social media. People thought he was depressed. Some thought he completely gave up on life. But nobody understood what was really happening behind that locked bedroom door. Because while everyone else chased entertainment, Jason was rebuilding himself from nothing. At 19 years old, Jason hated his life quietly. Not dramatically, quietly. Which is worse. Because silent disappointment slowly destroys people from the inside. Every morning started the same. Wake up late, scroll endlessly, skip responsibilities, promise himself he'd change tomorrow. Then repeat, again, again, again. And over time, his confidence disappeared completely. He stopped believing in himself. That's the real danger of bad habits. They don't just waste time. They convince you that you're weak. One night, Jason overheard his parents talking downstairs. His mother sounded worried. His father sighed and said, "I don't know what happened to him." That sentence crushed him, because deep down, Jason wondered the same thing. What happened to him? He used to have ambition, dreams, energy. Now, he could barely focus for 10 minutes without reaching for his phone. That night, he looked around his messy room and realized something terrifying. His room looked exactly like his mind, cluttered, distracted, undisciplined. And suddenly, he got angry. Not emotional, focused. At 1:47 a.m., Jason grabbed a trash bag and started cleaning his room aggressively. Old junk, empty bottles, random distractions, gone. Then he deleted every app draining his attention. Instagram, TikTok, games, everything. And before sleeping, he wrote one sentence on his wall. 6 months, no excuses. That became his mission. Not motivation. War. The beginning felt brutal. His brain screamed for dopamine constantly. Every few minutes, he wanted distraction. That's when Jason realized how addicted he actually was, not to substances, to stimulation. Silence felt uncomfortable. Stillness felt painful. And honestly, that scared him. Because he understood something most people never realize. If you can't sit alone quietly with your thoughts, your mind probably controls you more than you control it. Day by day, Jason built new habits. Workout, study, read, learn skills, sleep early. Nothing glamorous, just consistency. And slowly, his mind started changing. The fog disappeared. His focus improved. His confidence returned little by little. That's the crazy thing about discipline. At first, it feels like punishment. Then eventually it becomes freedom. Friends stopped inviting him places. People joked about him vanishing. One friend messaged, "Bro became a monk." Jason laughed quietly, because while they thought he was missing out, he finally felt alive again. That's the weird part about self-improvement. The outside world thinks you're suffering, but internally, you finally stop suffering. Because purpose feels better than distraction ever will. Around month 4, everything shifted. Jason looked different, moved differently, thought differently. But the biggest change was his energy. He stopped needing validation, stopped caring about impressing people, stopped comparing himself constantly. Because for the first time in years, he respected himself. And self-respect changes everything. 6 months later, Jason finally posted a photo online again. The reactions were immediate. "Bro, what happened to you? You look completely different. Teach me your routine." Funny how people only notice discipline after the results appear. Nobody claps during the lonely phase. They only admire the transformation later. One night, Jason sat quietly in his clean room thinking about everything that changed, and he realized something powerful. The room never trapped him. His habits did. The distractions, the excuses, the endless escaping. That was the real prison. And the moment he controlled his environment, he finally regained control of himself. Right now, millions of people are trapped in rooms exactly like Jason's old room. messy environment, destroyed attention span, big dreams with zero action, and slowly, their potential disappears into distraction. But Jason proved something important. A person can completely rebuild their life in isolation if they stop feeding the habits destroying them. 6 months. That's all it took to become unrecognizable, not because of magic, because of discipline repeated daily. And maybe tonight, instead of escaping reality again, you finally clean your room, silence the noise, and start rebuilding yourself too.